a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and I put it in my wallet and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff, but then just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber.
My search led me to the study of the spiritual forces with which all of us are blessed. And it was in this field that I came upon a clue which has enabled me to help millions of people to find their earthly destinies. I want to describe my discovery in the simplest terms possible, because it will reveal to you why it is true that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve.
You used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would visualize,
This is when you were broke and poor.
You know, right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, you know, I like your work, or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever.
This was in like 1987, 85,
yeah. And I had nothing at that time, so it was like, but it just made me feel better. It made me, at that time, all it really was for me was kind of making me feel better. I would drive home and think, well, I do have these things, and they're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there.
You could be whatever you want to be. You could do whatever you want to do. It was something, I heard my parents saying it, but I didn't totally believe it. Yet I went out in the world and I carried myself and I held my head high and I stood there and I looked people in their eyes and I talked to people as if I was deserving of everything that this planet has to offer. To children out there and to people who are watching, Confucius said one time, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
The most important thing is that you have a vision, that you have a goal. Because without that vision and without that goal, again, you're drifting around and you're never gonna end up anywhere. People don't become successful just by accident. So you got to really have a specific goal. And to me, to have that vision that I want to be Mr. Universe, that I want to be the greatest bodybuilder of all time, sit down, take your time, and start thinking about what is your goal. Have those pictures put all over the wall like I did when I was a kid. I put pictures of Reg Park and of Sonny Liston, of boxers and of Ali and of powerlifters and weightlifters all over my bedroom wall, so that every day when I go to sleep, every day when I wake up, I look at those pictures and they motivate me. You need that motivation, and then therefore you have this kind of imprint in front of you all the time, and you know exactly what you're chasing.
Life will pay whatever price you ask of it. But you know what's interesting? You got to ask intelligently. In the Bible it says, ask and you shall what? Yeah. But you know what? It says, ask and you shall receive, but I'm sure it meant ask intelligently. I'm sure that's what God meant. We wouldn't ask in a general way. People do it all the time. They go, I want more money. Fine, here's $1, get out of here. Very often you're getting what you're asking for. You're just not aware of how general you're asking. Clarity is power. The more clear you are about exactly what it is you want, the more your brain knows how to get there. Your brain is a servo mechanism. It's like a bomb. Those bombs, those missiles, they have a servo mechanism. So if the target moves, it knows what the target is, it follows it. Your brain, when you condition it, knows exactly what to go for, and it'll find a way to get there. When you decide what's most important to you, your brain goes after it.
I was all fat and out of shape, and I couldn't run a quarter mile, and I was drinking milkshakes and eating boxes of donuts. I watched this segment on TV about these guys going through Navy SEAL training. But at the very end, it says 22 guys. This commanding officer's up there, and he gives this great speech. So I started visualizing me being the 23rd guy in these dress whites, sitting there with these guys, getting that Navy SEAL, graduating this Navy SEAL training. I was like, God. So I put myself there. I was like, man, that's an amazing feeling. I put myself there at 297. Not even able to do anything that these great men were doing. And literally, I started feeling victory just by putting myself in the battle. The more I did this, the more I gained confidence.
What are you afraid of? And do you agree with that comment that you attract what you fear?
You're not just what you fear, you attract what you feel, what you are, what you attract. What's on your mind,
It's like
exactly.
the law of physics. I don't know how anybody can disagree with that. It's just, ask any physicist, they'll tell you that it's true.
Put it on your vision board, work like a dog. That's the way you make it in life. If you don't have vision boards, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something. People do not understand this. If you do not have it written down, your chances of it happening is reduced drastically because it's a principle of success. You have to have everything you want written. Habakkuk 2:2, it says, write the vision and make it plain so that he who reads it will run to it. And even though it tarry, that means take a long time, wait for it, for surely it will come at an appointed time. That's real. If you don't think it's real, I dare you to try it. Write everything you want on a piece of paper. Everything. I don't care. Use your wildest imagination. If you can think it, you can achieve it. Write it on a piece of paper. Read it every morning and every night. Come back here 1 year from today and see how much of that stuff then came true.
I had a long haul from where I came from to here, but here we are. Right. If you can think of it, you can do it. That's the human condition. If we can imagine it, we can do it. Right.
When I first moved to Los Angeles, I made a vision board. It was a house, a horse, and Ellen.
Did you get the house and horse?
I have the house and the horse, and here I am.
Oh man, that's, see, it worked. It worked.
Imagine you had everything you wanted, everything. Imagine you were everything you ever wanted to be, and capture that feeling. That's the easiest way to manifest what you want. It's the law of attraction I'm always talking about, but it changed my life. Even in high school, teachers would always tell me to snap out of it or snap back to reality. But I was in reality. It was real as it could be. It just wasn't there yet. It just wasn't that day. I'm still learning though. Things don't always go the way I intend them to, not even half the time, but that's just the mystery of life. You gotta trust in the end result. Trust that it'll always be the best for you at that time.
Just this, I've an insane belief in my own ability to manifest things. Insane belief, that I think it's ultimately complete sanity, but I believe we're creators, and I believe we create with every thought and every word. Every moment is pregnant with the next moment of your life.
Yeah, I believe in manifestation. I believe in, putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it, and that's the key. Is like people still, they sit around going, when's it going to come? 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 And that's the wrong way. You're facing the wrong way. You're facing away from it. You have to go, it's here, it's here, it's here.
You have a clear picture in your head of something is going to happen, and a clear belief in that it will happen no matter what. Then nothing can stop it. You know what I mean? It is destined to happen, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? It's perfect. I visualized. I'm sitting here holding the steering wheel, visualizing a brand new car, and visualizing good things in times of struggle, and that when you can do that, I think that really makes that law of attraction work. I think it really attracts to you more. You know what I mean? Because that is harder to do when you're in the struggle to visualize these things.
Do you believe that you are worthy of happiness? Do you believe that happiness, success, abundance, comfort, fulfillment, peace, joy, love is a part of your birthright? Is that what you believe, or do you believe something else? Because you will manifest the life that you believe. I've always known that no matter what my belief is, I'm going to be all right.
I saw this psychic